right, my friends, if you're thinking about jumping into insurance sales, I'm going to give you a transparent look on what you're going to love and, more importantly, what you're going to hate, and sometimes hate to love, because love and hate have a great relationship in a top producer's vocabulary. So let's get after it. Number one, you're going to love the freedom. You're going to love the fact that you can dictate and decide when you want to work. Now, what you're going to hate about the industry is that if you don't work, you don't have a chance of making the wealth. So that's why I say it's a double-edged sword. Those that do are those that get, and those that don't work don't have a chance of getting. So the fact that you can have an insane level of control over your calendar is the most intoxicating thing about the industry. It's a freedom that maybe you've never had the privilege of experiencing a day in your life. And there's no better life than when you make it in this industry and you go, you know what? I'll make my calendar work for me, instead of you working the main when you get a smoke break, getting told like a dog that has to go back in a cage at night. This is one of those things that, like, when you experience success in the insurance industry, it'll blow your mind. The freedom that it gives you is the ability that if you decide to go telesales in the insurance arena, you can be in Puerto Rico, you can be in Portugal, you could be in Pennsylvania doing the same job. It doesn't matter. You could be in a hotel hustling on the phones, having huge success if you're selling policies, or you know what? You could let your calendar cut you. Your calendar is going to be very honest with you. Did you work 40 hours this week or did you not? You are the only one that knows. And that's why I say it's a double-edged sword. The ability to create your own calendar, create your free space, create the potential for financial freedom is powerful, but it's a double-edged sword. Your calendar, powerful. You're going to love the freedom, but you're going to find that you've got to control that freedom to have the best chance of success. Now, number two is really pivotal for you. There's no glass ceiling. No glass ceiling in the insurance industry. You can sell life insurance. You can take that vertical. You can take the annuity vertical and just make insane money. And let me tell you, our agency nationally recruits with powerful agents as well as agencies that align here to sell life insurance and a ton of annuities. Oh my goodness. We're talking in the tunes of millions in annuities that are sold with just one carrier alone. It's insane. But let me share with you, annuities are magical, but you got to do the work. All right. So you've got to show up. Half the battle in this industry is showing up. But the money that you can make, there's no glass ceiling. You could make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? But here's the devil side of the sword. You're going to hate the fact you can make $0. Yes, zero. You're going to get paid what you're worth. And some days you're overpaid. Some days you're underpaid. That's why I say this business is dynamic. It's amazing. There's no glass ceiling. Would you like to make $400,000? Good. Sell enough annuities or life insurance to make that happen. Can it happen for you? Maybe. Will it? Don't know. There's no guarantees. And that's the other side of the sword. You're going to hate the fact that there's no guarantees sometimes. It's a little scary. Your success is based on the policies that you sell. And the stress that you're going to face is in the fact that, you know what? I didn't sell anything today. Today I was underpaid. And my mentor was so important to me. He's since passed on, and I owe him so much. He was an amazing man. And he told me, Jason, some days you're overpaid, some days you're underpaid. And you know what? You had a bad day today. Today was one of those days. You were just underpaid. I'm very grateful to that man. He's who allowed me the privilege of making so much money in this industry because I was one that could go, you know what? I can embrace the suck. I can embrace the pain. I can embrace the journey if I know the rainbow's around the corner. And if you are one that says, you know what, every time it rains, I stop really working, this business probably isn't for you. But if you're one that says, you know what, let it rain, the rainbows are coming, you got to understand you're going to go through rejection before you realize success. The business gets sometimes bad before it gets better. You're not going to be perfect, but this business has no glass ceiling. And that's just what I want you to see. You can do some dynamic things. You're not a W 2. You can earn the wealth in this space, but you can also get cut and hurt in this space. If you don't work, you don't get. And sometimes when you work really hard, you don't have the success that you feel you deserve. You've got to fight, number three, through your feelings. Your feelings are going to find you broke. You got to focus. Can you focus? I don't know. You may not know. You may not believe enough in yourself. Belief is the backbone of this industry. You must focus on what you think you deserve. And the business is going to tell you very quickly if you're deserving of success. I know that may sting to some of you, but the business is going to tell you if people like you or trust you or want you to solve their problems. If you're a problem solver, you're going to be amazing. If they buy from you, that means they rang your bell. They like you. All right. You're going to make money if they buy your insurance policies. But if you just talk at people and make it about you, it's never about you. It's about them. If you make it about you and your commission breath comes across, you're not going to make cash flow. You're not going to make paper. And it's not about making paper. It's about solving problems. If you solve the client's problems, that's what you should be about. Be a problem solver. But statistics, they focus on the pain. Top performers say, you know what? No pain, no gain. Let's get it on. All right. Let's buy the leads, spin the wheel. I know I'm worth it. I know my clients are worth it. I'm going to help my clients win. If you can work through the pain, work through the noise, and focus on you being the client's solution, you basically just Clark Kent. You just Clark Kented yourself, if that's even a word. All right. You went from a geeky guy in glasses to giving everything to protect your client. You want to get paid in this industry? No guarantees. There's no glass ceiling, though. Pretty powerful if you make it. 90% of the agent force fails. Do you got what it takes? You probably do. Maybe you don't, but you won't know unless you do something and you can sustain action. Sustaining action is so pivotal and so powerful to you finding success. And yes, you're going to trip over your own tongue. Welcome to the industry. Been in this industry over 2+ decades, 20+ years, never failed out of the industry. And I owe so much to my mentor and just to the industry in and of itself that rewards people that solve problems. I love solving problems, and we do recruit and partner with amazing agents nationally to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and millions in annuity sales every single year here at jasonfinalexpense.com. But no matter what work family you're with, we'll assist you and give you resources at jasonfinalexpense.com. But you've got to understand, you've got it. You got to have belief. You got to have this just undying belief to double down with action. And I get it. There are some times where, oh man, it stinks when you do all the right things and then you get rocked. If you're a face-to-face insurance agent, you're finding a note on the front door and they said, "Oh, changed my mind. See ya." Or you have a telesales call and they say, "I'm going to buy from you. I really like you." And then you just hear a dial tone, or you're so close in the sales presentation that you sell the policy you thought, and then you're right down to the banking information over that phone call. You're in that order taking mode, and then all of a sudden an overwhelming silence happens and you're like, Jason, are you there? And it's nothing but a dial tone. That can destroy you. The negativity of this airspace, well, you got to understand it's part of the industry. Absorb it, overcome it, let it activate you to do a little bit more. This industry rewards top performers. Those that do are those that get, and those that go, you know what? Negativity doesn't phase me. You will become, I hope, the best paid top performer in this industry, because only top performers get paid. Middle performers still get paid, but nothing close to what a top performer gets paid. And those that don't perform, they make zero at times. Zero. That's tough to swallow, right? You're like, are you kidding me? You mean I don't make anything if I have a bad week? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's what you're going to see. No glass ceiling, but those that are statistics operate like it's a job. It's a job. It's a W-2. If you want this business to have the best chance of cracking off, you better throw everything you have into this. Come in hard so that you could have a soft landing versus those that say, I'm going to just buy a little bit of the leads and see what happens. You come into this industry soft, you're going to have a very hard landing, my friends. I'm just telling you how the industry works. This industry works out when you're a problem solver, when you work hard, when you embrace training, when you show up. Half the battle is showing up, duplicating success. You know what's necessary. How many door knocks do you have to do if you're a face-to-face agent, gentlemen? How many telesales calls do you need to get after on the daily? We can't sit in our chair and spin and expect somehow success is going to catch us. We've got to get out of our own way sometimes and make a way that success can find you magnetically, because you're going to give more to the consumer. You're going to do more dials today. And when you have a bad day, we just come in big and double down on action, knowing that activity is going to breed aptivity, which actually will help you realize success when you get that application approved and you'll solve a problem for a client. I hope you become a success story, my friends. Not everybody makes it, but there's no better paying hard work in this industry when you become a top producer, when most people go, you know what? That doesn't sound like fun. All right. They're not going to be part of the success story. They're going to become a statistic because it sounded like it was hard work. It sounded like it was a lot of negatives. And you mean I got to present 3 times sometimes and they tell me no, and I'm going to sale? Yes, part of the journey. But there's no better life, no better freedom that you will find in telesales or face-to-face insurance, whether you choose the vertical of life insurance, Medicare insurance, or annuities in this space. I hope you find success. Hope this gives you some transparency of the double-edged sword of the success journey, but also the journey that some find that they became a statistic, if I can even speak statistic, in this industry. And if we can do anything to serve you, jasonfinalexpense.com. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for putting up with me stumbling over my own tongue, and understand you don't have to be perfect to be powerful in this space. Sometimes you just need to be proficient and put one foot in front of the other. Action helps solve a lot of problems in a very powerful space. We'll see you soon.